Hello everyone, Michelle here, the Brave Homeschooling Mama. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am reviewing Progeny Press Wagon Wheels Study Guide. So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and stick around. I love to make videos about homeschooling and also homeschooling kids with special needs, and I am part of the homeschool review crew. So make sure you hit the notification bell and the subscription button. So today I am reviewing Wagon Wheels Study Guide from Progeny Press. And I can't wait to share how we did this with how I use this with my son. To make sure when you're done watching this video, you check the description box below. Make sure you go into the description box, and so you can find a link where you can find the guide, and also where you can see everyone's review. Some people are reviewing this, but there's other study guides for different grade levels that some other reviewers are reviewing. So this is Wagon Wheels Study Guide. This is a book probably for kindergarten to second grade. I read this with my second grader. I got the book, and I started reading it with my son. And it was a really fun book, and it was historical, so it was good in a learning experience. So that when you get the study guide, I have it here in my binder, so excuse now. So the study guide, it is downloadable. So when you get the study guide, you can either download it, or the kids can actually write into the file. But I prefer to download it for my kids to write from the actual paper. So we have here the study guide, Wagon Wheels Study Guide. I'll show you. So we have the table of contents. It gives you also a note to the instructor how to use the study guide. There's a quick synopsis of the book, a little bit about the author, some background information. So this was after, the Civil War. So it gives you a little background information of the time period of the book that you're going to be reading. And then it starts with the kind of things to do before you read the book. So this book is about a family, and the story is about a family. It's after the Civil War, and they're moving out west to Kansas, where there's free land, for them, and it's about their journey. And it's a short book. It's for kids that are just learning how to read, chapter books. So we read it in little chunks, so we could do the study guides in chunks, and I'll show you in a second. So before you read the activity, look at a map. We looked at the map so we can see where Kentucky and Kansas, and we talked a little bit about the Civil War and about slavery. And I talked as much as he's has a 7-year-old, and so I talked as much as I think he was able to grasp. The first thing here, which we didn't touch as much, this part right here is about vocabulary. So you were reading, so after you read the book, you come here and you read a sentence, and then your child is going to try, and you and your child will try to come up with a definition of the word, and then you write the definition, okay? We didn't do this part, but it's, I think, for a little bit older kid, I don't think my kid was not understanding very well how to do this, but I think this is a wonderful activity. And then the study guide is separated by chapters. So we have chapter 1 and 2, chapter 3 and 4. I think that was it. There was only 3 and 4. Okay. So it's only 4 chapters to get a short book. So you have some questions for your child to answer. So how I did it, we read a little bit, and then I went and we worked through the questions that had to do with that reading. My son gets overwhelmed by doing work for long periods of time, so we just broke it down, and that was okay. So a lot of the questions, some of them were, so why did the Moldy family move from Kentucky to Kansas? And I help him write, so he does have trouble with fine motor. Some of the questions I asked him orally, and he gave me the answer orally. Sometimes I wrote what he told me, and sometimes he wrote it himself. Okay, so we did different things to work on his ability level. Okay, so we have here more questions. You can see some of the questions. I will write some of it, and then he'll write the last word or something. So some of the questions were straight from the book. This is only for the younger kids. So all the questions were very, for the most part, were fact questions, okay? And then there's a little part for dig deeper, where it has a Bible verse that you read, and you can, and then they are, comparing or trying to, how does the Bible verse relate to the book? And so he was able to answer some of the questions. So that was, that's very neat, because you also get some, Bible verses in there. Okay. And then you can see chapter 3 and 4. Again, some of the questions. So there's a lot of how questions or why questions that here. How did Johnny know the river will be safe from the prairie fire? This is where some inferencing questions. I think he did pretty good. So that is that right there. And then so we have questions for 3 and 4. And then this part we didn't get to it. I didn't know how well he was going to do. I should have done it with him, but this is fact and opinion, and there's some questions, there's some facts or opinions about the story, and then we have to tell you fact or opinion. The next thing, which we did, but we didn't write on here, we were talking about, compound words. So we went through what a compound word is, and then we went through the book and we found some compound words. So there's a section here where you can write the words down, but instead of doing this, what I did, we wrote them on a dry erase board, because it's a little bit easier for him to do that on a dry erase board. So that's what we did. So it was really neat too, because I was able, when we did this, I was like, oh, he doesn't get it that much. So today we're able to do, something to kind of, reinforce that. So this was a great introduction. Then we have a crossword puzzle. Here are the questions, and the crossword puzzles here. Okay, we didn't do that. But and then there's some after you read activities to make to make some cornbread, make a clay model of a dugout. That's in the book, and some other activities. We didn't get through this. We just we read the book, we went through the questions, and we did that activity for compound words, which I think is good. But this, I really enjoy this. I think I'm gonna have to find some other book that's on his level and try to work through this study guides. I think it was well done. The questions were good for his age level. I could say some of the activities, like the fact and opinion, I didn't go through it. Maybe I should at least try, but I didn't think my son was gonna right now where he is understand it too well, but he did really good, and he enjoyed it, and he did well with the story. He remembered it, and I think just asking him the questions, and he was able to remember it. So this is a great product. Make sure you check what because everyone's reviewing different grade levels. So this one is from K to 2, and we have different for middle school and some high school study guides. So make sure you check so you can see what everyone's review. I can't wait to see what everyone else thought about, especially for the older grades. So thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Make sure you have any questions, make sure you post them below. Make sure you check the description box for the link where you can find these products, and you can also see the reviews of all the different reviews for the different books that the other reviewers are working on. I will see you on my next video. Bye.